Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the final episode for the season of Spy Family, episode 25. But don't worry, it's not going to be the end there because, which they recently just announced that there is going to be a second season. Sounds like I said seizure. Second season of Spy Family, which is going to premiere later in next year in 2023, and let alone a movie. Which that I'm really excited for, because people love the show so much, like I do, right? It's been breaking ratings, all across cable or on the internet or whatever. So all the millions of copies of books of the manga has been selling, It's because it's been so very popular, so very hyped. A lot of fans of this have been so loving the show so much that, you know what, they're just going to give us fans what we want, We're going to get a second season and a movie, which is going to set to premiere in the next year, 2023, which is awesome. Which means we don't have to wait that long before we see the return of the Forger family. So I'm very excited. To see more, right? But that's going to be until later in the year or so, but still, like I said, time goes by fast. It'll be here before you know it. So, but at least we don't have to wait that long. But anyway, so all that aside, though, episode 25, First Contact, which finally, where Loid Forger, Agent Twilight, finally meets face to face, finally gets to meet his target. This whole mission was this was the whole mission for the very start, right? Was his target of Donovan Desmond. He finally gets to meet him face to face, and although nothing happens though, but it's the whole conversation when he talks to Donovan Desmond. It was very intense, just from talking, And the thing is, I just feel bad for Damien, I just feel bad for, but not only that Anya. He's crushing on Anya though, but the thing is, though, I just felt bad because just with him and his dad, I mean, it kind of like his dad doesn't appreciate him. Like Damien has an older brother who is an Imperial scholar, right? And it seems like that Donovan doesn't give his other son the time of day, basically. And let alone Damien is also scared to talk to him, because he's that important of a guy, But Anya, give him a little bit of advice, hey, because even she admits hey, I got a poor score on my test though, but I'm still going to go tell my dad with my held up high. So by the time when Donovan was gonna leave, Damien finally works with the courage, to talk to his fellow, hey. I got a stellar star. Although I got 50 on my language test, but I'm still working hard though. And even Donovan goes and says, "Well done. Keep working, keep studying hard, and don't dishonor the Donovan name, the Desmond name." So, even that way, that Damien finally he managed to stand up and to talk to his father, right? And that made him happy. Even the words, I find Donovan Desmond's even he says well done, but I think he's kind of saying, even with his because Donovan has all those big buggy eyes, but when he's squinting like this, I was when he says well done, I was not entirely convinced, that unless it really means it though, but it's just a lot of this behind that look, especially he has that scary looking face, that. There's the big mustache, I was like, yeah, but the whole conversation between Loid and Desmond is just really, it was very intense, and even with Anya, it's just he wanted to help a date, being closer to Damien though, but because he wants to help Dad be the big bad guy. Even by the time when Loid gets home, she's asleep next on Bond, and even though even though things he says, but Damien with Damien and Anya are kind of lies, but it's kind of how bringing it's Damien, he's kind of blushing because I said, he's crushing on Anya though. But a lot of it's because all he does is he's doing this for his mission, so we just get closer to be with closer to Desmond. And even though she could be quite a handful, which was true, all the stuff that has made him be so exhausted, but all the great lengths he's doing for the sake of this mission, like he said, he forged this whole fake family just to get to his target of Desmond, enrolling Anya to this Eden college, and all of the efforts, whatever, it's all for the sake of the mission, though. Like I said, and the whole time, just with the whole time when he first comes into play, when Dom and Desmond just goes and comes in with his bodyguards and Loid looking at him the first time, that look, I was like, all right, this is gonna be so intense already. And it was like just the exchange of words, just like, first, like Donovan Desmond is like almost putting a happy face, saying he's always kind of like being like the good parent, right? But we all know that he's like very shady, especially, like I said, I feel bad for Damien. He's doing his best to try to impress his father, but it seems like even though he says, oh, well done, all that stuff, right, probably trying to be like the nice dad, but really we're not really kind of buying this. He just want to give his like second son like the time of day, so you can say. But yeah, just the whole conversation, like I said, even a conversation just like that can be very intense. It doesn't have to lead to anything like action or explosions or gunfights or hand-to-hand combats, all that stuff, though. Just like the exchange of words can be quite intimidating and intense, like I said. It's just the whole conversation they had between the two of them is just like, wow. If you can feel, you can cut the tension with butter, with a knife. Do butter. But yeah. And then by the end, it's like, by the end when Loid gets home and how it ends with to be continued, we're definitely gonna get more. Like I said, the second season, they announced the second season, let alone a movie, which is really great. Makes me wonder how much the movie would fare, since how much hype and popularity this series has got, But they're both going to premiere later next year, which I'm very excited for. So, which means we're not going to have to wait that long. But the First Contact episode for this final season, for this last episode of the first season, First Contact, like I said, Loid finally face to face talking to his target finally. Which nothing happens though, but just a tense exchange of words, you can say. It was really good, Like I said, like this show, as the whole entire series, it's been nothing but 10 out of 10 episodes every single time. With which I always love with its characters, the humor, even with the action, the style of animation, the production. This whole thing just been an absolute perfect 10 out of 10. I love this show so much. That's why Chainsaw Man is close second though, but it just is not on the doesn't close to topping of what Spy Family can produce. As much as I love Chainsaw Man and doesn't hold back on anything, which I love the characters, the gore, animation, all that stuff though, but it's just what Spy Family is just a whole different level, right? It is, and it has a big old heart to it as well, I could say, especially with the Forger family in Loid, Anya, Yor, and Bond. Even the supporting character, like I said, with Damien and Becky, even in Frankie too. I can't forget Frankie and the Handler, and with Fiona, Nightfall. All such a great characters. Even I'm also going to mention with Yor's brother Yuri. I want to see more of him being the overly protected little brother that he is. All such great characters. That's why I think when it comes with the humor and everything else, it's like that's why I think it's why it's hard. That's why the Chainsaw Man can't top Spy Family. Can. That's why Spy Family is my favorite anime of this year, easily, hands down. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the movie and the second season. I'm looking forward maybe the time because there's so much more of the manga to adapt from. So that's why, especially fans are wanting so much more, and they're giving us what we want, which is good, some kind of things that lacks with the movies of Hollywood of today. You know, sometimes fans want something, sometimes they don't. Which I appreciate. One thing with the director of Sonic, the Sonic movies, you know, especially with the whole thing with the whole terrible design of Sonic originally, though. But the director wanted to give us the fans what we want, the proper redesign, and make it the fun movies. And we came back with a sequel, which the first one I enjoyed. The sequel I enjoyed, another favorite of this year, you know, and I look forward to a third one. And if people say they want Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog, hopefully we get that, though, because that would make it all perfect. But anyway, going back onto this, though, but this is why this show has been so great, you know, and I'm looking forward to it next year, you know. But yeah, easily the 10 out of 10 show. For this finale, it's been also 10 out of 10. The whole show's a 10 out of 10. Perfect, I would say. I hardly see no flaws in it whatsoever. None. So yeah. So, yeah, Spy Family, just... That's what I give it. A big round of applause, 2 thumbs up. Nothing but my praise. And I'm looking forward to the movie and next year as well as the second season. Maybe the time we'll see, maybe Anya will tell Loid and Yor that she's a telepath, or maybe finally we'll tell about each other's hidden secret. Who knows? But only time will tell. But this episode 25 of First Contact, finally meet with Donovan Desmond, the target we've been seeing the whole entire time. And it was, like I say, it was a very intense conversation, you know, so. But yeah. But I'm looking forward to the next season, and just to help way to close with this year, with this. Well, and plus we got one more episode of Chainsaw Man coming out, that's before the year ends, so. But yeah. Spy Family, I would say, is perfect 10 out of 10. And this episode 2 was, so. As the show as a whole as well. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more to come, and we'll see you all. Especially my Christmas movie reviews. 2 of them for Christmas Day. So just before that, this show is good. But now stay tuned for those, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the Christmas movie reviews. I would say, keep repeating myself again. But anyway, see you in the next videos. And once it's Spy Family, that's all I could say. Later.